The fires in Oregon, the fires in Washington, the fires all over. We found highly important information that will change the future. And that's why you need to listen to what I'm about to say next, because this is highly critical to literally everybody. We found flights literally right before the fires was happening. And check this out. So you had this happen in 2020 where they were circling with this same type of aircraft. This is an FBI aircraft. And look here. They've changed it because they're under multiple different companies' front groups. So they changed their name, so they will change it. So don't expect the same one. But look here on screen, on a recent date, you find out that they specifically flew this pattern in California or Oregon, literally where the fires are going down at. Not only have we found that, we found what they're really trying to fry the gravy off our biscuits with. And we found the actual plane that they're flying around that I just showed you all the data for. So as you see on screen here, this is the actual plane FBI is flying. And look at that, it says danger. And that's because there's a laser weapon mounted on them. And literally, this is what everybody need to be looking for, because like I said, I have deep information on the next part of the agenda here. And we're going to go into another huge part, the witnesses saying multiple things that lines up with the same picture. So did you see the video where the people are talking about the explosions? I want to ask you that right now. And have everybody been calling you crazy because you've been saying it's been DEW weapons? Well, check this out. We found the even deeper exposed. So if we go into this right here.
Why the blue car did not burn in flames. Same as the blue.
So as you can see, literally the blue parts are not hit, right? But we had somebody else put out a video on Twitter who shows that every different color that was hit was not burnt by this laser, but the blue one. Everyone was burnt except the blue one. Now, this may be programmable frequencies that they have obviously inside the laser weapons, but this tells a lot of why the blue cars didn't get burnt like the other cars. Now moving down into the deeper aspect of what's going on, the witnesses. This is very important here. This is critical because the witnesses all describe something that's like the same. You need to listen to what he's saying, and then I'm going to prove something right after this.
And the community near Elk has entered day 3 of being evacuated. Natural Resources estimates the fire has burned over 9,200 acres, still threatening more than 150 homes in the area.
Road fire here. You can see the burn car right here, and just to take a look at this, it's completely gone inside. And take a walk with me here again. It's really hard to believe that this used to be the bedroom right behind me, and you can see the burnt mattress right there on the one side, and on the other side you can see the dryer and washer just completely gone. And the homeowner tells me that 20 years of the life that he built is now completely gone.
See the weather change, and the winds start getting sucked in, and it was just like a train coming, just that kind of a rumbly sound, and then the boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom, because obviously it ain't a regular fire. I'm gonna go to somebody else who actually kind of said some of the same thing, but before we go to that, you just gotta look at this military footage of them hitting something with a direct energy weapon and look at the boom.
This invisible laser weapon still packs quite a punch. In tests, the Navy has used it to detonate explosives from a distance, burn out the engines of approaching boats.
Okay, so now you've seen that boom. This was one witness. The first dude, that was from Oregon. Second person is from Washington. But you need to check out this footage first before you get deeper into it. This is Washington. Look at the circle on the ground. Like a pinpoint laser beam has hit it, because obviously the fire is just way too selective in where it's went. Maybe that wouldn't, look at that, look at the circular rings and stuff. Again, we see a selection in areas where this thing was taking place. Look at that. So the transformer somehow didn't get touched at all. The truck got touched though, it was right next to it. A lot of houses back there didn't get touched, but then you see a lot in this area literally just devastated. Coming next is the most critical part of the video. It's the part where an eyewitness heard something.
This Medical Lake family is taking their first deep breath here after narrowly escaping the wildfire that raced toward their home.
So, somebody sounded John Wick of getting truth. I appreciate that. But so when you look at that and you hear both of those witnesses say that, what do you really think is going on here? And we've gotten deeper down into the agendas too, because we told you in the beginning that they're flying aircraft, and if you missed that, you got to watch the beginning of this live stream over, because that's highly critical. So they're going to be changing the names of these aircrafts before these flights happen, and then they're going to go and do this. So what we have to look for is these private shadowy aircraft, and they're mounting these lasers on them, and they're flying around specifically before all this stuff happens. So the bigger thing is, you have the FBI set up in Hawaii. Here they are. They're bringing their little tents, and they're getting ready to just put people, probably bodies in trucks, all types of stuff. So the thing is so many connections with them potentially being involved with a lot of different stuff. Not even potentially at this point. We're going to play the police chief real quick, and we're going to show you something that he has on his ring finger, symbolizing that he's a part of the bigger, larger group, if you know what I mean. Because he literally is a part of the FBI, right? And in 2017, when the Vegas, shooting and stuff happened, he was a part of that same unit. So they've been trying to ask him questions. People have been coming up to him on their own. And if you check this video out, you'll see how he's not even answering questions.
People here. Maybe it's different for you because you just got here, huh? So it's not the same. It's not the same.
No comment?
You have to look up what photo.
No comment right now, guys.
No comment?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the chief, sir.
Yeah. I understand.
Why doesn't he want to speak to the people? Hold me to a camera.
You can do your statement later.
No, we called up. We've been looking for him. I thought we were going to do Top Story Tuesdays all over the island. Coffee. Haven't seen him. Been looking for him.
So yeah, the whole time he keeps walking. And I want to ask you a question. Do you think this is a good guy, or is he part of some secret group? Put that down in the chat right now. Let me know what you think, and I'm going to prove to you right now what the dude is actually a part of. So moving it on, get into this part right here though. Check this part out. I want to see your comments in the chat box. And when you look closer to him, he had this photo, right? First of all, we got to pull up the photo. We're going to get to Canary Islands, because Canary Islands recently just came out and said, yo, this was deliberately started. So now it's starting to come out that some of these fires are literally deliberately being started, and we got more information on that deliberation. But check out the police chief, right? He's sitting here with his hands crossed. We can't see his fingers right now, but when you look down at his fingers, it looks like he got some type of 14 degree, and it could be 15, 16 degree, but he got some Masonic looking ring on. And as you can see on his hand, he has the Vegas wristband, because again, he's obviously a part of the freaking plan. He's obviously a part of the operation. And so Canary Islands comes out and says this fire was deliberately started. And I'm going to tell you behind the figures of the people who are at large right now. So this is some of the stuff on the screen you can read right there. The authorities literally coming out exposing it. And we're going to show you how the fire look over there. The forest look completely just glowed up and destroyed. I mean, you can't see much significance of dew weapons, but obviously we're going to get you down into the furthest. Where does all this go? Why is all this happening? What is the bigger picture? And I'm going to tell you why this needs to get out far and wide, because we've identified multiple things to protect community, to protect ourselves, to protect each other in this crazy moment. We're going to need to know a lot of this stuff that I'm about to release right now. So moving forward, fire started, right? Men at large, they say that 14 is arrested, 2 men in black on the loose, and somebody says it's a Fed Tifa climate retard project, because most of the time, sometimes they do have the feds and stuff involved with it. So we'll play a little clip where they're kind of on radio. You can barely hear what they're saying though.
Going to head to Old Town to get another one out.
So yes, the information here will definitely fry the ice shellings off of your ice cream coating. So the thing is we're gonna move forward here. Where does this all go once again? Where does this all actually lead to? Because they're trying to get the military involved, because they're saying like, oh, the military already sees climate as an emergency, and they want to push Biden to go ahead and declare the climate emergency. And they're talking about unchecked powers and stuff like that. You can read here in this next part that I'm going to pull up. This is going to be a higher agenda they're going to be pushing. They're talking about how he can just limit oil, trade, investment. Obviously, this is going to deal with sustainable development, communities, which means your community may no longer operate. It'll start to be like, you know, UK, hey, you got to have a blockade, you got to have a roadblock, you know, all the fires. Here's some predictive programming for you, though. This was in 2019, and why in the heck would the Michigan Daily have somebody release this? When we set the world on fire, will you burn out with it? The statement. And this was posted on the Michigan Daily. So this was 2019. When the world is set on fire, will you burn with it? And the person who wrote the article, let's look at the name of it. The person who wrote the article, it says Hannah Brower. So obviously she must have knew something, or they was talking to her and telling her, hey, you need to put this out. This is a pre-predictive programming for you. This is part of the climate agenda. Look how much damage they say. Look how much damage they say is going to be done. So why wouldn't you tell more people about this? Because this video here clearly is going to highlight, in the beginning, those of you tuning in right now literally didn't see the most critical aspect. You have to watch again, because I exposed what's flying over the planes and stuff like that, because this is a message for us to basically understand how deep it's going to get. And basically here we're going to even be trying to get you into how you can prevent some of this and what you can look for before this happens. We got to get smarter on this note. So there was another fire, and this was destroying stores. So this one was quite different. It was in New York. I'm going to play this clip for you. So this is super highly critical intel, because this helps communities actually not be attacked and not know what to look for. So if you get a flight tracker, you can download a flight tracker app. Literally, you can do that. You can be looking for these planes, these private aircraft. And remember, they're going to keep changing their names because now we understand what they're doing. But they're flying specific patterns, and we need to be able to alert each other. And that's what we're going to learn how to do even more here. We're looking deeper into it. And however, they're about to mount this in cities, which is going to be in this video after this is over. And you're going to see exactly what you need to prepare for next as well. And RF shielding to protect yourself against frequency attacks, link below.